Reynad answered all of our pressing questions, from paid to play ranked to the 3 heroes we'll get in the beta, and even the entire philosophy behind the game. Roll the intro.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I am Artificer or Greg, and in his massive Q&A stream, Reynad touched on so many different topics around the Bazaar, but today we're going to cover and focus on the new things that we learned, starting with ranked. There were a lot of questions about ranked, and for those of you who need catching up to understand why, when the new website launched and through comments in Discord, we discovered ranked was going to require a ticket to access, likely meaning ranked would be behind a paywall. With a lot of people wanting to know more, Reynad elaborated. There will be a gem cost to play ranked, gems being the premium currency in the game. However, there are going to be a bunch of ways to earn ranked tickets for free. The first one that we already know of is through the referral program. If 3 people join the game through your referral link, you will get 10 free ranked vouchers. Now, if you haven't already signed up for the Bazaar, and you would like to, my referral link is in the description. I don't gain anything other than these referral rewards for it, but I'd appreciate you joining through anyway. While you're down there, or if you've already signed up for the Bazaar, you can also support me by subscribing. We're aiming to hit 1,000 subscribers before the release of the game, but I can only do that with your support, so thank you if you do. Other ways we're going to be able to earn free ranked tickets include just logging in. There will be a daily free ticket for everyone. Reynad even goes on to suggest that for some people who don't play ranked too much, going infinite in ranked could be as easy as just logging in. For those of us that want more tickets, there will be other methods to gain more, like winning casual games and so on. But why lock ranked behind a paywall in the first place? Well, ranked is where cosmetic chests can be earned, and the items inside those chests will be available for you to sell on the Bazaar marketplace, allowing you to earn what we can only assume to be in-game currency for your unwanted cosmetics. In order to protect the value of these items, they need some sort of paywall to create scarcity, the whole supply-demand thing. Reynad also hopes this will dissuade botting. If you could gain currency by selling chests you got in free games, you'd see a ton of bot accounts just spamming games to earn that currency. However, as going infinite in ranked, meaning with 1 ticket to earn enough gems to play ranked forever, will only be available to the top percentage of runs, bots should find it harder to break even, let alone turn a profit, and therefore be dissuaded from even being created. He did also suggest that they have considered free ranked, and live on stream mulled it over once again, but with all the pros mentioned previously, as well as not wanting to dilute the queue pool or create unreadable UI with too many different modes, it seems like they are sticking with just the 2 game modes. Unranked, where you can earn ranked tickets, and ranked, where you can earn tradable cosmetics. Or just keep them for yourself like I will. The other thing we learned about ranked is that it will be delivered through monthly seasons. At the end of each of these seasons, your ranked MMR will reset, although it wasn't stated if this will be hard or soft reset, and the chests and cosmetics inside said chests will become unobtainable. So if you didn't get what you wanted, you'll have to trade it with another player on the marketplace who did. My gut suggests that the ranked reset will be hard rather than soft. Reynad has spoken many times on how it makes for great content to have no skill matchmaking, and to watch your streamer destroy some newbies every now and then, and multiple times during the stream suggested that he would be leaving content creation to the content creators and not doing much in-house at tempo, although himself, Reynad, will be streaming obviously. As for the seasonal chests, that is a huge amount of churn, which is my only concern here. Every month they will need to not only bring updates to the game to keep it fresh, as we'll get into later, but also a whole new set of chest cosmetics. Now, I know different teams work on cosmetic items and game balance or updates, but those are still company resources that they have to shift around. If they can keep up that cadence though, that would be incredible. So much new stuff to see every month. Maybe this game can survive where others have died out just due to content drought post-launch. Now, let's take a look at some of the new information about heroes. First and foremost, we got confirmation that we will be getting 3 heroes in the closed beta, and that those heroes are Pygmalion, Vanessa, and Dooley. The first 2 come as absolutely no surprise. They have been the 2 heroes we've seen the most of over the past few years, and neither of them have complicated mechanics that we know of. Pygmalion likes big hitters and shiny things, and Vanessa likes guns and aquatic things. But Dooley is a surprise. We've seen more of Jules and Stell in the past than we have Dooley. Last we knew, Dooley had a mechanic revolving around his core, an item that only Dooley gets, which affects how his board will play in some way. I'm sad that we won't be seeing Jules straight away. I have always said that she will be my main and she's the hero we have seen the third most from, but I have had time to prepare for this. The hero carousel on the website shows Pygmalion, Vanessa and Dooley as the first three with information on each, with Jules, Stell and Mac coming soon. I imagine this is their planned release order too, but nothing is confirmed. As for those coming soon heroes, only Stell was touched on in the Q&A, with Reynad suggesting her core mechanic was still, and pardon me for this pun, up in the air. They liked altitude but weren't committed to it, so Stell seems quite a way off right now. And as for getting those new heroes, Reynad suggested they would release new heroes, at best, quarterly. Now I believe he was talking about Hero 7 and onwards, but we could also be looking at April 2025 or later for Stell or Mac maybe. Reynad also went into some more detail about the card packs for heroes. Previously we had worried these would either be some extra complicated system creating meta decks of packs that you'd bring into a run, or that they would just be additive and perhaps having some of the weaker packs would be suboptimal. It looks like they're going with the latter, although they are very aware that any new packs they introduce would have to at least be as good as the current offering, if not better, to avoid players not wanting to pick them up to make their decks better. Which leads nicely into our next new thing to cover, new card packs. Reynad has always suggested this would happen, but as we get closer to the closed beta, the things he reaffirms now are good to know because they are effectively guaranteed to happen. And this was one of them. Old heroes will get new packs of cards injected into the game in future updates. So even new Pygmalion mains will have something new and shiny to play with as the game gets older. Another thing new hero mains will get is some form of hero mastery. This won't be my dream of a stat or level that appears when you match with your opponent in game, so you can scare the shit out of them because you're a level 5 billion Vanessa main, but you will at least get some hero stats on your profile page, so at least you can see how much of an insane hero mainer you are. Last but not least for new hero information is a new hero. Reynad suggested the 7th hero is underway and that we've already seen them, but I'll save that for another video. Let's talk balance philosophy. This actually surprised me. There were so many questions about how they will balance the game, how they'll make the game replayable, and how they'll deal with RNG. I guess it's a surprise as we already know this philosophy on all of this, so let me shoot through these things that he covered. It largely boils down to a game with just enough RNG to make it unsolvable, so that you won't really be able to force any specific meta build, even if there is one, while also making sure that we have enough agency over the RNG to feel like we are in control of our own destiny. It pretty much just comes down to that there are too many items for you to guarantee force the meta build if there is one, but because you get to choose which type of merchant you go to, you should at least be able to build synergies even if you can't get the exact items you want. We've covered their design philosophy a lot on the channel, and it hasn't really changed that much since way back in the day, so if you want more information on that, go back and look at some of our previous videos. Speaking of looking back, that's about the only social feature the game will have, if you can call it that. Replays will be available in lots of places, they hope. It hasn't been confirmed that it's actually in the build yet. After each match, you'll be able to replay it to figure out what happened and what went wrong, which is excellent. And then also at the end of a run, you'll be able to see the stats of different matches. We saw a similar screen on very old builds, and even see the replay of each match after the full run is done. This is really nice, especially for us content creators, but also you folks. Let's say we are playing a run over the course of a couple of busy days, maybe you're on holiday but get access to someone else's laptop and continue your run there. You have a really great sort of day 2 battle and then come home from your holiday and finish it there. Well, you could conceivably, having finished your run at home, then go back and grab the clips of that insane second day fight you had. It's not exactly a social feature, but a great tool for social media at least. As for other social features, someone may have added a feature live on stream, suggesting it would be cool to gift items to friends for their birthday or Christmas, for example. Reynad already confirmed they want to work on a friends list, and now he has another reason to. They also want to leave esports to us, the community. They'll support it by eventually providing better features like playing against friends or setting up some sort of lobby. He still seemed completely unsure of what the support would look like, only that they're going to do something eventually. For those of you that followed me back in my Artifact days, you'll know I'm a huge fan of esports, and I like to promote it at a grassroots level if I can, so you can absolutely expect some sort of tournaments from us. If I do anything esports related, we'll shout about it in our Discord server. You can find the link below. Finally, for any of the miscellaneous bits that didn't really fit anywhere else, along with hero updates, we'll also be getting new content each season. Whether that's a new neutral item, a new merchant, a new NPC battle, or something else, it may not always be massive, but they want to have a something new every time you log in. Which for me will be tricky because I imagine I'll log in multiple times a day, but I think that loosely translates to we want to add a new little thing every week or two. We got some more information on enchantments too. It sounds like there'll be a lot of different ones, and while not every item will have every enchantment, most items will have access to most of them, which is awesome and not what I expected at all. I'm really happy to see that. We also learned that you no longer take prestige damage from PvE encounters, and that when you do lose to a player, you lose prestige equal to the day number, which will be handy for extracting information from future videos and screenshots, and that also that issue we saw with the merchant's item having a price crossed out with another price was just merchant markup. Merchants buy items from you at their base cost, but when they're selling to a player, they double the price. I guess without that, Lemonade Stand would just be way too strong, as you could continually buy and sell small items to massively spike up your health. And that is about it. There are lots of other tiny nuggets of information, and for those, more hit up our Discord server, and I'll see you in the next video.